No, not going that great either. Carlos Zambrano has 1 contract extension, 0 wins in August. Here he gives up a fly ball to Ricky Weeks, but Cliff Floyd giving full effort the key to success. Bang! He goes into the ivy. Goes down, top play nominee, shaking a bit with some calamine lotion. He was fine. Later in the inning, Zambrano gets Prince Fielder. So he's pumped. Things are going well. As for Sheets, making his first start since July 14th, went on DL the 17th, had a bad finger, and well, Brewers had a bad time of it without it. Mark DeRosa goes down swinging. Top 4, Brewers down 1. Corey Hart triples down the right field line. Mr. Prince on base, now at home. We're tied at 1. Hart hustling in at 3rd. In the 5th, still a 1-1 game. Gabe Gross doubles to right. That'll score Ricky Weeks. And the Crew on top 2-1. Holding the lead, though. Whole different story when it comes to this for Milwaukee. Bottom 5, Alfonso Soriano, now back in the lineup for his 2nd day. Sheets gets him. And in the 6th, Mark DeRosa grounds into a tailor-made 6-4-3. Sheets 1 earned run, 6 innings pitched, 2 Ks. Excellent comeback work by him. In the 7th, still 2-1. Brewers, though, going to bust it open. The bases juiced. Ryan Braun off Zambrano. Weeks and Gross to score. Brewers go up 4-1. Going to win at 6-1. Zambrano loses his 4th straight start. Dusty Baker on the return to Sheets to Milwaukee's staff. All right, Dusty's right. Brewer will take 2 Ks as long as he's only allowing 1 run. Cardinals, the 2nd place Cardinals in Houston. Roy Oswalt, and the star on his 30th birthday, and I'm not sure he meant to do that. Falling down, slips ruled no pitch. Very next pitch, Jim Edmonds tries to check his swing. That's ruled a swing. First K of the game for Oswalt. Bottom 2nd, Astros up 2-0. Oswalt on his birthday. He's helped. This is just a good day to be a pitcher for him. Brad Ausmus scores on the single, and the Astros are up 3-0. Home half of the 3rd. No one on. Nobody out. Still nobody on, because Lance Berkman doesn't have to stop at 1st, 2nd, 3rd. He can go all the way home. That's off Kip Wells' 25th a year, 250th career homer for Berkman. Nice accomplishment there. Carlos Lee, shot to center. Jimmy Edmonds in center. Top play nominee. He makes those routinely. Looks hard for us. Looks easy for Jimmy. Astros, though, still up 4-0. No damage done there. Name your Molina. Yadier. Yadier's on the Cardinals. Oswalt, 7 innings pitched, didn't allow a run.
West, D-backs pitcher Micah Owings. He's hitting .438 in August, 3 homers in his last 7 at-bats, and he's pitching pretty well, too. Got Adrian Gonzalez, Khalil Green, Kevin Kuzmanov. You get the idea. Owings out of a bases-loaded jam at the bottom of the 1st. Greg Maddux. Can those be Greg Maddox's numbers against Arizona? It's the worst for any 300-game winner against any one team. And here we go again. Chris Young, RBI single. Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead. Padres, though, get even. Brian Giles gets out of town. You might have heard it's hard to hit home runs in San Diego. 8th homer of the year for Giles. Top of the 7th, 1st and 3rd, 2 down. Bud Black out to talk to Maddux, and he says, strike out Chris Young. Maddux went 7 innings, 8 hits, 1 earned, 5 Ks. Mike Cameron at the plate. Tied at 1, not for long. That's an RBI double to left center. Brian Giles showing off the wheels, coming all the way around to score. Padres go up 2-1, go on to win 3-1. His night a little easier. Wouldn't have to face Manny Ramirez out with a bad oblique. Bottom of the 2nd, 1-0 Yankees, 2 on, 2 out. Johnny Damon punches one through the hole off Beckett. Robinson Cano, Melky Cabrera both score, make it 3-0 Yankees. On to the 6th we go. 1 out. Clemens, guy's pitching a no-hitter right now. Facing David Ortiz, no-hitter, no more. Get out of town. Ortiz goes upper deck. Solo shot, 25th of the year for Big Papi. The first hit given up by Clemens in the game, 3-1. 2 out, 1st and 3rd in that same inning. Jason Varitek grounds out the 2nd inning over. Clemens 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned, did walk 5, struck out 2. Alex Rodriguez hitting .455 off of Beckett this season. That's home run 44 on the season. Beckett gave up 13 hits. Curtain call for A-Rod, career homer 508. Kevin Youkilis keeping the Red Sox in the game off Kyle Farnsworth. That's up and out, and it's a 1-run game after the 2-run shot. Top 9, 2 out, Ortiz on deck. Rivera facing Dustin Pedroia, and they never get to Ortiz. Mariano will field his position, make the play. Yanks a winner. Rocket now 3-0 his last 4 starts. Tighter when the series started. Jared Weaver doing his thing for the Halos. Angels already had a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the 1st. Weaver fools Ichiro. You know that doesn't happen too often. Blows away Yuniesky Betancourt. On the other side, Felix Hernandez, the young star, struggled. He shook off Kenji Jojima, and they probably shook his head after Jeff Mathis took him out of the yard. Mathis' second homer of the year. Top 5, 3-2 Angels. Vladimir Guerrero at the plate. Look at those numbers. 509, 4 homers, 16 RBIs in the 13 games against the Mariners. Good pitching for Vlad. And Guerrero crushes another solo shot. Hernandez, 7 innings, 13 hits, 6 runs allowed for Vlad, his 22nd homer of the year. Here's Weaver, pitching well and getting some solid defense behind him. Orlando Cabrera, the scoop, and gets the force. Weaver, 8 innings, 1 earned, 5 strikeouts. Nicey nice. Angels still with a 2-run lead. Meiser Turris the single. Garrett Anderson scores. We call it insurance run. They had plenty of them. 8-2, the Angels take it. So, this showdown, so as you might expect, Peralta was given the night off. Rookie Asdrubal Cabrera replaced Peralta, who played a large role in this one, as you see right here. Santana gives up the home run to Cabrera. Is it a home run? Yeah, it is. Listen to me the first time. Bob Davidson says, indeed, a home run. 2 batters later, off Santana. Victor Martinez, his 21st of the year. That's the most for him in 3 years. For Santana, that's the 29th home run he's allowed this year. That guy's allowed the most home runs in the American League. Shocking. Kenny Lofton still going at it in the bottom of the first. Base hit, Franklin Gutierrez scores. So the Indians score 4 off Santana. Second time in his career he's allowed that many runs in the opening inning. You see the last time he allowed 6 hits in an inning way back April 2000 against Boston. Jason Tyner back to Sabathia. Bare hands the ball. Never assumed the 1-6-3 double play, but he gets it. Sabathia, the hand-eye coordination, and the big man feels his position like an athlete. 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned. To the 9th, Joe Borowski in the close. Nothing ever easy when he gets a save, but he does manage to get the save. Ryan Garko stepping on the bag, throws to second. Double play to end it. Indians complete the sweep.
Tigers clipped in their series opener with the Royals. Bad series with KC. Cost Detroit the division title a year ago. Could do the same here. Bottom first, runner on first. Esteban Herman. He's going to run a lot. Couple left turns. He's in with a triple. David DeJesus will score, and the Royals are up 1-0. They were just getting started. Next guy up in the order, Mark Grizzolani. Andy Miller serves that one up. Herman scores. Grizzolani hustle, beats that one out, hit it into the hole, couldn't handle it. Royals up 2-0. Bases Chuck, still nobody out. Alex Gordon singles to right. Grizzolani scores. The Royals are up now 3-0. Next batter, Tony Pena Jr. This is a heck of a start to the game in Kansas City. If you're a Royal fan, base knock, 2 come home to score. Miller gives up 5 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Royals win 5-0, so the Tiger relievers held them down the final 8 1/3, but damage done already there to Jim Leyland's club by that time, thanks to a prolonged slump that has seen them lose 13 of the last 21 games. The Tigers are now 4.5 back of the Indians in the Central. To the ride down soon. Phillies' playoff chances have gone down to the final weekend unsuccessfully 2 of the last 3 seasons. Pat Burrell in the first. We're tied at 1. Burrell rhymes with Pearl, and he hits the Pearl out. 22nd of the season. Phillies up 2-1. Now we flash back Tuesday. Here's Ryan Howard in the 10th. The big man, the 2-run walk-off. It's oh happy day. His 35th of the season. The go homer. Everybody's happy. We go to Wednesday. Howard, first at bat. How's his stroke against Oliver Perez?
1-2 to Howard.
Hard to tell. Bat didn't come off his shoulder. Strike 3. Bottom third. Howard tries swinging. Unsuccessful there. And then Perez again in the 5th. Uncle Charlie. 3rd strikeout for Howard. Top 7. Phillies up 3-2. Jose Reyes. Speedy guy. Base stealer on base. J.C. Romero's got him. Hung up. Picked off. Goes down to second. You're done. Second time Reyes was picked off in the game. Now we go top 9. We have 1 out. Runners on the corners. Same score. Sean Green grounds to Jimmy Rollins. Turn the double play. You're out of this thing. Toss to Teddy Iguchi, and now Iguchi gets wiped out by Marlon Anderson. C.B. Buckner immediately rules interference, calls the double play, and the game is over. We take another look. Green likely safe. Doesn't matter because as the rule reads, it's about willfully and deliberately depriving the defense of a chance for a double play. And Anderson, clearly, the intent was there against Iguchi. Not much that Willie Randolph can do there except swallow the loss. Phils 3-2.
Oh, yeah, look out, Phils. Look out, Matt. Check on the Braves vacationing in South FLA. Marlins on the verge of dropping 13 their last 15 games. Yunel Escobar It's his first career leadoff home run. The first batter of the game goes big fly off Dontrell Willis. So the Braves a 1-0 lead. Braves up 2-1, and Dontrell says, oh yeah, you homer off me. I'll get my own home run right back. Dontrell, the pitcher, goes big fly. Second homer of the season. He's a good hitter. 8th career home run for the pitcher, who hasn't pitched all that well this season. Matt Diaz in the top of the third with 1 on. Now the ball appears at the top of the scoreboard. They rule it a home run. He's circling the bases. Freddie Gonzalez wants to say, no, they hit the top of the scoreboard, or didn't it? Watch it again. Top of the scoreboard. Comes back onto the field. Umpires do get together. Don't overturn the call. Stays a home run. Diaz's first career multi-home run game. All right, back to the ballpark. Dodgers, who began the day 4.5 out of the first place in the West, looking to sweep the Nationals out of town. They had Brad Penny on the mound. Nook Logan lines it to right. Robert Fick and Jesus Flores come around to score. Penny gave up 6 earned in 5 innings. Yeah, the Brad Penny. Shea Hillenbrand, where you been? Welcome back to Big League Baseball. That's his first home run as a Dodger. We're tied at 8. Bottom 12 now, tied at 9. After an intentional walk loaded him up, it's Hillenbrand again. What a pickup for L.A. Hits it to right. Austin Kearns comes up firing. Jeff Kent gets in. He's saved. That's your ball game. Kent also had a 4-hit game, his third 4-hit game of the season, just getting in under the glove of Jesus Flores, and the Dodgers do sweep. They win this one in 12, 10-9. Really, what does it all mean? Your new National League wild card leaders are the Diamondbacks.
Sports Center's top plays, but here we go. Number 10, Fred. John Isner, the U.S. Open. Oh, touch. But Collins would say asbestos hands. Takes the fire of that. Isner won 6-3, 6-3, 7-6.
At number 9,
Sharapova.
Reds and Pirates. That's Sharapova, right?
Yes.
All right. Ken Griffey Jr. I don't believe we see her here. That's Ken Griffey Jr. Career homer, 590.
A little harder for American League pitchers.
How is this just number 7? The Tomato Throwing Festival in Spain. 40,000 people from Spain, the U.S., Japan, Australia, others come to take part. One of the world's largest food fights. Reminds me of just another day at college. God, I miss college.
Thought maybe they saw some of your work. Number 6, Angels Mariners. Orlando Cabrera, pop-up, foul territory. No, it is a foul ball. Adrian Beltre, great over-the-shoulder catch. Mariners, they'll lose 8-2.
Could be poison, not pin.
Number 4, track and field world championships, men's 1,500 meters. U.S. citizen, naturalized U.S. citizen, Bernard Lagat ends a 99-year gold medal drought for the Americans in the 1,500. That's in the Olympics and the Worlds. 3 minutes and just a shade under 35 seconds. Congrats to him.
At number 3, Hoops USA, Uruguay, Jason Kidd and LeBron for the Monster Jam. And then LeBron, check this out, throws up the old.
He does it about every day.
And coming in at number 1, this is the game we showed you earlier. David Beckham being injured in CF Pachuca against LA Galaxy. Forget the injury for the time being. What a goal by Chris Klein. The incredible bicycle kick. As it turns out, Pachuca beat the LA Galaxy on penalty kicks.
The Royals taking the starch out of Detroit's division hopes. The first 2 games of this series in KC. Leon Nunez on the bump. Curtis Granderson circling the bases. That's gone. Oh, almost moist, too. Granderson's 18th homer. 2-1 Tigers. Miguel Ordonez getting his swing on. 2-run shot, 26th of the season. The Tigers take a 5-1 lead. Desperately needing this one. Getting a good start from Jeremy Bonderman. And Bonderman getting some good defensive help. John Buck bloops it over the pitcher's mound, but Ramon Santiago is there, barehanded play. Excellent work. Tigers win 6-1. Excellent result for them. Bonderman wins for the first. Got called home in the process. Philly Fanatic, smart enough to ask for help. Bottom first, no score. Ryan Howard, he's the big man, filling thine horn with oil and go off El Duque. Howard's 36. It's 2-0 Phils. They get up 5-zip. They blew that lead. Got up 8-5, top 8. It's now 8-6. The Mets are down 2 with the bases loaded. Andy Chavez, center field, single. Alu, Anderson were tied at 8. During the next at-bat then, Jose Reyes, he's quick. Chavez, double steal. Carlos Ruiz, throw down to third, bobbled, gets away. Reyes scores, and the Mets lead 9-8. New York would add another run in the inning to make it 10-8. That's supposed to be the insurance run, right? You get up 1, you get the insurance run. Bottom 8, Billy Wagner on for a 6-out save. That's how bad the Mets wanted this one. Pat Burrell, He just owns the Mets. 41st career homer against the Mets, second of this game, and it's 10-9. We go bottom 9. Jason Worth on first. Teddy Iguchi up. Worth steals second. LaDuca going to hold on to that. Doesn't want to make any trouble there. Tying run in scoring position. Very next pitch. He's going! Off goes Worth again without a throw. So the tying run 90 feet away, less than 2 outs. All we need is a little fly ball to score him, right? Iguchi, better than that. Adds to his average. Singles to left field. Phillies tie it at 10 as Worth touches home plate. 2 batters later, Chase Utley up. Iguchi at second. All the second basemen figuring in here for the Phils, and there is Utley singling over to right field. Chavez comes up with the throw, but Iguchi is going to slide. He's safe! He's safe! He's safe! They won! They won! Oh, happy day! Actually, it's more like good heavenly days. Wagner can't get the save. Utley the hero. The Phils now within 2 games of the Mets.
Series finale. Curt Schilling hoping to get some offensive support. Bottom of the 3rd, scoreless. First man up is Robinson Cano. Bottom of that Yankee batting order just drilled the Red Sox in all 3 games. Cano's 15th homer of the year. Bottom 5th, it's Cano again. He didn't, did he? Get out of town. Cano, the first lefty to 2 homers off Schilling since Barry Bonds, July of 2001. On to the 6th, 2 down. Chin-Ming Wang is working on a no-hitter, with Ortiz breaking up with a home run no. Wouldn't break it up at all. Strikes out to end it. On to the 7th. No-hitter intact. Runner on after an error. And Mike Lowell busts up the no-hitter. Next batter. Gotta have a little controversy, right? It's the Red Sox and Yankees. J.D. Drew grounds to third. A-Rod tried to tag Kevin Youkilis and then throws to first for the out. Youkilis initially ruled safe. A-Rod argues that Youkilis ran out of the baseline. What do you think? Well, the umpires get together and they say, yes, he's out. Out of the baseline, he's out. And as you would expect, here comes Terry Francona. They say something about is he wearing his jersey or not, and Francona's tossed. Top of the 9th, Jabba Chamberlain throws a pitch over Kevin Youkilis' head. Hey, welcome to the rivalry, kid. And throws another one over his head. Angel Hernandez throws Chamberlain out immediately. More on that scenario coming up later in SportsCenter. But as for now, 3-game dominance. Thursday night conditions much better. 73 degrees, a bit cloudy. Mike Hargrove lives nearby. First chance to see his old team since he resigned. 7th inning, game tied at 3 after the Adam Jones base hit. Next batter, Yuniesky Betancourt puts one on the left. Kenji Jojima scores, and the Mariners a 4-3 lead. Seattle on the way to dropping 6 straight, one shy of their season worst. Victor Martinez bloops one home. That's his 94th RBI. That's more RBIs than he had all of last season. Tied at 4. Ryan Garko lines to left. Raul Ibanez tries to get there, just goes off his glove. That scores Travis Hafner. Indians take a 5-4 lead. Joe Borowski, always an adventure. Borowski would pick up the win to match his win total from a season ago despite blowing his 6th save of the season. Rick White on for the Mariners in the bottom 9th, base loaded and 2 out. It's a walk-off walk for Kenny Lofton. Lead as well. Chris Young back from the DL on the mound for the Padres. Leading off for the Diamondbacks. Yeah, Chris Young. What? How can that be? Chris Young from the Diamondbacks, rookie center fielder, hitting .236, 28 home runs. As for Chris Young, the pitcher, his ERA at home, how about 0.66? And Chris Young strikes out. Chris Young to start the game. That could be complicated for some people, but not us. Eric Burns fouls it off. Kevin Kuzminoff, having a very nice rookie season, goes into the stands to make the grab. Very nearly Derek Jeter-like by Kuzma.
Jeter was, going 90 miles an hour.
I said very nearly. Mark Reynolds takes Young deep to left for a 2-run shot. Chris Young, the pitcher, had only given up 5 home runs all season. Bottom 8, 8-6, tying runs in scoring position. Brian Giles pops it up in the short right. Orlando Hudson out, Justin Upton in, and Hudson comes up with the ball. Diamondbacks out of the jam. Milton Bradley of Jose Valverde. The superstar closer, not so much. Padres down 8-7. 2 outs. Rob Makoviak representing the tying run. And Valverde gets him looking to end it. Diamondbacks had an 8-0 lead, then had to hang on to win 8-7. So the D-backs avoid the sweep, move back into first place in the NL West.
Going to send Milwaukee home either half a game or 2.5 games back. Bottom 6 with tied 3. Matt Merton at the plate, 2 outs. off Chris Capuano. Capuano's hard luck continues. Solo shot, 5th of the year, 4-3 Cubs. Next guy up in Lou Piniello's order is Alfonso Soriano. He's been instructed to hit a home run as well. Back-to-back, 19th for Soriano, 5-3 Cubs, and now they got a little cushion to play with, and they're going to need it. In the 7th, Brewers trailing by those 2 runs. 1 out, Prince Fielder goes down against Carlos Marmol. This guy, just crazy stuff, huh? Corey Hart goes down, look. But the Brewers rise up in the 9th. Runners on 2nd and 3rd, 2 out. Prince Fielder loses 4 wide. We're not even going to mess with the big man, even though we struck him out last time. So Ryan Dempster walks him down there. And now we have the bases full of beer makers. Next batter, Corey Hart. 3-2 pitch from Dempster. Low, ball 4. Didn't go. Joe Dillon scores. It appears there's actually some disbelief there. 5-4. Cubs up 1. Kevin Mensch. Chopper to Ryan Theriot. Mark DeRosa. There's the 4th and 2nd game over, and the Cubs win 5-4. So how about the Cardinals? Can't make up ground, but they can lose it now as they face the Astros. Redbirds rallying the NL Central, stalling a bit against Houston pitching. Top 4 were tied at 1. Ryan Ludwig lines to 3rd. Look at Mike Lamb. That is a professional play at the hot corner, likely a top play nominee. Lamb across the diamond for the outs. Bottom 4 were still tied. Lance Berkman. We like Lance a lot, you know. And that's career home run number 251. That's a bunch for a switch hitter. 26 of the season. He started so slowly this season. Stros up 2-1. Top 9, Brad Lidge closing against Brendan Ryan. He's no Albert Pujols. Astros hang on to win at 2-1, and they are now 2-1 under that man, the former Brewer great Cecil Cooper, since he's taken over as. There were some other games being played around the NFL, big leagues, Team USA and the like, college football. D-backs Padres at number 10. Mark Reynolds lines and foul. Look at the Padres ball girl, though.
At number 9, Murray State Louisville. Despite losing 73-10, Murray State had at least one highlight. How about Derek Townsend over the middle, the one-handed catch? That wasn't worth 64 points, but it was worth a top play.
Number 8, Argentina USA, Carmelo Anthony. 2 teams came in undefeated. The team that has that guy left undefeated. USA wins.
Almost thought he was going CB Buckner.
No, he didn't go there. Number 6, same game. Buffalo's bubble screen gets blowed up good. Glenn Lee. Rutgers in the last top play, they won 38-3, and in this.
Okay, LSU won 45-0. They're okay.
Number 4, Tyson Gay, super fast, completing the 100-200 sweep at the World Track Field Championships in Japan. 19.76 for the former Arkansas Razorback. Woo, Pig Suey.
You couldn't do that?
Not that fast.
Big track and field guy. Number 3, Mariners Indians. Richie Sexton ground up the middle off the glove of Aaron Laffey as Drupal Cabrera comes over from second base. The
7.
Reds and Pirates come in at number 1. A fantastic finish in the bird.
Bloop. It'll drop. Phillips will throw to the plate. It's coming in, and he's going to be out. He holds on. What a play by Brandon Phillips.